energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms: on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms: on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to.
La Côte d'Ivoire, est en terre d'hospitalité, reçoit l'Afrique. C'est le jour des fêtes. C'est quoi?
You afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport R, coming to you live from Power365 FM. My name is James Oluwaduro Timarimu. Okay, with the limited time remaining on the show today, we will be talking sport together. All right, quickly, let's start from MPFL. Kwara United technical advisor Kabiru Dogo is worried by his team's struggles at home this season. The Ilorin club were held to a new draw by Rivers United in a rescheduled Nigeria Premier Football League match day 23 encounter on Thursday. That was yesterday. Well, like in their previous home outing, the Harmony boys totally dominated the game but did the woodwork 4 times. Kwara United have lost once and drawn 6 times at home in the league this season. Reflecting on the game against Rivers United, the Abiru Dogo claimed his side is have more than just a point they got in the game. Alright, quickly, let's talk about Kwara United opposition team yesterday. For Rivers United captain Inyema Nwagwa remained optimistic of the team's chances of playing on the continent next season. The Pride of Rivers played out a goalless draw in their rescheduled game against Kwara United on Thursday. Rivers United are 11th on the Nigeria Premier Football League table with 41 points. The former MPFL champion still have 3 outstanding games to be played. Inyema believed that with the right character, the team can achieve the feat. Rivers United will face Sunshine Stars in their next game on Sunday, that is next tomorrow. We're still talking about Rivers United. Rivers United defender Anthony Ohaegbu has recovered from the head injury he sustained in Thursday's clash against Kwara United. Ohaegbu suffered a head injury after colliding with Kwara United player in the encounter. According to the media team of Rivers United, Ohaegbu will be available for their next game against Sunshine Stars in Akure. Alright, this is not a good news, but we got no choice. We have to talk about it. Former Nigerian footballers are mourning the death of 1993 FIFA Under-17 World Cup winner Ibrahim Babangida, who will be buried in Kaduna today after he died in a car crash, which also left his brother and ex-Super Eagles winger Tijani Babangida, his wife, son, and maid hospitalized. The Atlanta 1996 gold medalist, the Atlanta 1996 Olympic gold medalist and General Secretary of the Professional Footballers Association of Nigeria, PIFA, Emmanuel Babayaro, broke the news that Babangida died in the accident which happened along the Kaduna Zaria Road on Thursday. Babayaro also confirmed that the deceased was taken to Kaduna on Thursday, that was yesterday, and will be laid to rest in Kaduna after Juma prayers today. He says, as a Muslim, he will be buried according to Islamic rites today after the Jumat prayer. Another Atlanta 1996 Olympic Games gold medalist, Gabalawa, a former teammate of both Babangidas, talking about Ibrahim and Tijani Babangida, and others are also still offering prayers for the quick recovery of the remaining Babangidas in the hospital. Other ex-internationals include former Eagles keeper Keshoromu, Victor Agali, Edema Fuludu, and Jonathan Akpobore. Also got the news first from the media and were left with few words and the urgency to reach out to his brother Tijani, who was recovering in the hospital. But the news of the Under-17 World Cup winner's death, talking about Ibrahim Babangida, also left many of his former teammates in shock when they found out from the media that they found out that from the media that the ex-Golden Eaglet star is dead. Late Ibrahim Babangida, just 47 years of age, featured for local sides, talking about Bank of the North, stationery stores, and Katsina United on the domestic scene before joining Dutch side Volendam in 1997. Okay, here is the story. The former Super Eagles winger Tijani Babangida was involved in a ghastly car crash on Thursday. That was yesterday. Babangida lost his brother, which is Ibrahim Babangida, in the accident. The former Nigeria international and his wife are still in the hospital. Talking about Tijani Babangida, his wife, son and maid are currently still in the hospital. Tijani Babangida was part of the team and won gold at the Atlanta 96 Olympics. He is currently the president of the Professional Footballers Association of Nigeria, PFAN. Former teammates, like I said earlier, Maneva Bayaro, General Secretary PFAN, was the one that announced the incident in a statement on the media, while Ibrahim Babangida, his younger brother, died on the spot from the accident by Mr. President Babangida, president of the PFAN, still in the hospital. May the soul of Ibrahim Babangida rest in peace with God. We'll say amen from the studio of Power365 FM. Our thoughts and prayer with the family of Babangida. Well, in the development news to what I just read, the Honorable Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Owa-Eno, has extended his heartfelt condolences to former Super Eagles player Tijani Babangida and his family on the tragic loss of his brother, Ibrahim Babangida, in a fatal car accident. Tijani Babangida was involved in a devastating car accident on Thursday along the Kaduna Zaria Road. The accident claimed the life of his younger brother, like I said earlier, with the football community in mourning. In the wake of this heartbreaking tragedy, and now in a statement by Diana Mary Insan, the SA Special Assistant talking about media to the Honorable Minister of Sport Development, offered his deepest sympathies and support to Babangida and his family during this difficult time. He emphasized the importance of unity and solidarity within the sport community as they mourn the loss of a beloved family member. As the sport fraternity comes together to support Babangida and his family, Eno urges everyone to keep them in their thoughts and prayers. Former Super Eagles captain and 1980 Africa Cup of Nations winner Segun Odegbami was the special guest of Nigeria Special Eagles, the country's amputee football team, as they unveiled their kit ahead of the 2024 African Amputee World Cup of Nations in Egypt from the 18th to the 30th of May. The Nigeria Amputee Football Federation also opened its official stores to Rulere, Lagos for the sale of men and women's team merchandise such as jerseys, caps, mufflers, key holders, balls, tracksuit, and joggers. Amputee football is played with 7 players on each team, 6 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. Outfield players have lower extremity amputation, and goalkeepers have an upper extremity amputation. Outfield players use loft strand, 4-arm crutches, and play without their prosthesis. An elated Odegbami, who was also decorated by NAFF, now urged the team to excel in Egypt. Former president of the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) and member of the FIFA Council, Amaju Pinnick, is still haunted by Nigeria's failure to qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Amaju Pinnick made this known during an interview session with Arise TV yesterday. The Super Eagles failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup after a 1-1 aggregate score with fierce rivals Ghana to crash out on the away goal rule almost 2 years after. Pinnick, who was the NFF president at the time, said he remained haunted by the country's failure to take part in the biggest football tournament and urged the current NFF to give new coach who need a judge the desired support to succeed ahead of next month's crucial World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. Nigeria currently sits third in Group C with just 2 points after 2 games played. Alright, before we talk about other sports, let's talk about Nigerian players that are doing well for their club, especially those ones that are playing for foreign clubs. Alright, Atalanta winger Ademola Lookman can't hide his excitement after helping the club secure a place in the final of the UEFA Europa League. Gianpiero Gasparini's side defeated Olympique Marseille 3-0 in the second leg of their semi-final tie at the Jawi Stadium, Bergamo, on Thursday night. The Ladia team won the two-legged contest 4-1 on aggregate. Lookman scored a goal and also grabbed an assist in the encounter. This is the first time Atalanta have made it to the final of an European competition. Well, according to Ademola Lookman in his word, he says, yes, we made history, an amazing performance from the team. We are in the final and we're going to Dublin. So I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy with the goal, obviously, and helping the team in any way I can. Serie A club faced Bundesliga champion Bayer Leverkusen in the final in Dublin on the 22nd of May this year, 22nd of May 2024. Leicester City manager Enzo Maresca has provided a hint on Wilfred Ndidi's future at the club. The Foxes risk losing the energetic midfielder to other clubs this summer. Wilfred Ndidi's contract in Leicester City will expire at the end of June, and talks are yet to commence on a fresh deal. Despite that, Maresca is planning for the future with the Nigerian. He says, I'm thinking already about the future. It's good to start thinking about how we could improve next season. Hamza could be an option there. Wow, talking about what face could be an option, and Wilfred Ndidi could also be an option to do that kind of job. Wilfred Ndidi has 6 goals and 6 assists and 6 appearances across all competitions for Leicester City in the 2023-2024 campaign. Duo of Chidera Ejuke and Al-Azan Yusuf came on as second half substitute as OWOH Royal Antwerp surrendered their Belgian Cup title to Union St. Gilead following a 1-0 defeat in the final on Thursday. Although both players are regulars for Antwerp, coach Mark Van Bommel only brought them into the game in the 73rd minute after they conceded on the stroke of halftime. Union St. Gilead ended a 110-year wait to win the Belgian Cup, as Koki Machida's goal earned them a 1-0 victory over OWOH Royal Antwerp in the final in Brussels. Machida's goal also also served as a revenge for Union Saint-Gilloise as they took their pound of flesh off Antwerp, who beat them on the final day of last season to win the league. For the first time in 66 years, Antwerp, who did the domestic league and cup double last season, might end the season without a trophy as they are bottom of the title playoffs. Union Saint-Gilloise, meanwhile, have revived their fortunes over the last 3 seasons. After decades in the doldrums, they are bidding for league success this season as they are third in the playoffs with 3 points adrift of leaders Club Brugge. Alright, let's talk about other sports. And from there we go global. Okay, but before I do that, let's talk about one of Nigeria prospect abroad. Exam manager Phil Parkinson says they will do their best to keep Arthur Okonkwo at the club. Arthur Okonkwo spent last season on loan at Wrexham from Arsenal. The Nigeria-born goalkeeper was first choice as they secured promotion to League One. 22-year-old's contract with Arsenal will expire at the end of June. Okonkwo has generated interest from a number of clubs in the Premier League and Sky Bet Championship. Obviously, we are keen to keep Arthur and we are working on that, says Parkinson. It could take time, but there is one thing for sure: we give it everything that we've got to keep Arthur at the club. Arthur Okonkwo made 40 appearances for Wrexham in all competitions in the 2023-2024 season. Okay, right away, let's talk about other sports. Talking about other sports, Nigeria track and field athletes will be donning new kits at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris following the cutting of ties between the Athletics Federation of Nigeria and kit-making giant Nike. Nike produced Nigeria's kit for the last 2 World Championships and the 2022 Commonwealth Games, but the country was not included when the firm recently released kit for the Olympic Games. However, the athletes wore a different kit at the 2023 African Games in Ghana and used the same at the just concluded World Relays in Bahamas. Before then, there had been inconsistency in the kitting of the athletes, but AFN President Tono Bokokowa said all that will end as the Federation's marketing partner were working on new kit maker. Although Okowa did not reveal the name of the brand and the details of their contract, but it was learned that the maker is a California-based firm known as Actively Black, owned by a professional basketball player, Lanny Smith. The Nigeria athlete Olayinka Olajide, who won all shades of medals at the 2023 African Games in Ghana, and was also part of the women's 4x100-meter relay team that just booked their ticket to the Olympics, said the brand doesn't matter as much as the quality. Quickly, let's talk about basketball. Rivers Upas forward, talking about Divine Eke. Divine Eke has credited his teammates for his incredible form at the ongoing Sahara Conference of the Basketball African League in Dakar, Senegal. as side B1 of the forces behind Upa's undefeated run in the first round of games. Eke has been among the standard players at the Dakar Arena, averaging 21 points and 10.6 rebounds per game. He has 33% shooting on 3 points, while his field goal percentage on all shots taking stand at 64%, ahead of their fourth game of the round-robin series against AS Douanes of Senegal, whom they beat 77-68 last Sunday. Ivan Eke praised his teammates for inspiring his form. The 27-year-old who made his national team debut with Nigeria seniors men's basketball team, the Tigers, at the 2025 Afro Basketball Qualifiers in Tunisia in February, where he averaged 22 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 5 assists. In 3 games, he iterated his desire to win the BAL, talking about Basketball African League, and in the process, put Nigeria basketball back on the map. In his words, he says, I want to win. I want to win the championship. I want to go to Rwanda. And I want to do big things. Big things. They more like. Not say that. But he says he wants to do big things. Like I said before, putting Nigeria basketball back where it's supposed to be is the big thing I want to do, says Divine Eke. Alright, quickly let's talk about tennis. Then from there we go global. South Korea's Lee Sung-cho has revealed how he came from 2 sets down to oust Nigeria tennis player, talking about Aruna Kadri, in the last 16 of the ongoing World Table Tennis Saudi Smash on Thursday. Cho ended Aruna's dream at the tourney when he defeated the Nigerian 3-2. 21-year-old Cho revealed that the tip he got from his compatriot Sang-soo gave him an edge over Aruna, who had defeated Sang-soo in the round of 32. From the first and second set, I felt overwhelmed by my own ambition, which led to me making a lot of mistakes, says Joe. However, starting from 0-2 down, I managed to clear my mind and focus solely on the game. Lee Zhangzu played against Aruna in the second round, so I received tips on what Aruna does at crucial moments and where his weaknesses lie. However, Aruna is already a well-known player. From my perspective, I believe Aruna may not have known me well enough, which could have contributed to today's victory. We're coming from Joe. Aruna last 16 finish saw him earn a total of 175 points at the tournament, which is expected to rub off was positive on his ITTF rankings next week. The 3-year-old is looking forward to redeeming himself when he features the 2024 ITTF African Cup, an Olympics qualification tournament in Kigali, Rwanda, from the 12th to the 18th of May. He was listed by Nigeria Table Tennis Federation alongside Ofiok Edem, Olajide Omotayo, and Fatim Bello as Nigeria representative. Alright, still talking about tennis, but right now on the foreign scene. Rafael Nadal continued his French Open preparation by fighting back from a set down to beat Belgian qualifier Zizo Berg in the opening round of the Italian Open in Rome. The former world number 1, a 10-time champion in the Italian capital, won 4-6-6-3-6-4. Rafael Nadal, just 37 years of age, indicated he plans to retire after 2024 season. Although not at his best, Spainer said he found a way to win in his favored clay surface as he builds up to what is expected to be his final appearance at the French Open later this month. Having made his return from a 3-month injury absence at the Barcelona Open in April, Rafael Nadal reached the last 16 of the Madrid Open last week before falling to Czech Republic Giri Laika in Italy, and that got off to a tough start on the surface. He has so long favored. The 22-time Grand Slam champion broke for 3-1 in the opening set, but Beggs, ranked 108 in the world, immediately cancelled out the advantage before a double fault gifted the 24-year-old a break, and he served out the set. Let's talk about Andy Murray. Still talking about tennis. Andy Murray has brought forward his comeback from an ankle injury and will play at an ATP Challenger event in Bordeaux next week. The 36-year-old Briton is expected to retire this season. Has been out since late March after rupturing ankle ligament in the Miami Open. Andy Murray intends to play at the French Open, which starts on the 26th of May for what is likely to be the final time. The 3-time Grand Slam champion plans to compete at Roland Garros in both the singles and doubles, teaming up with fellow Britain Dan Evans in the latter. After starting his comeback on the Bordeaux clay, Andy Murray returned to the main ATP tour at the Geneva Open, where he has been given a white card the following week. Murray opted not to leave surgery. Andy Murray opted not to have surgery on the ankle injury to reduce recovery time, with hopes of playing at the French Open, Wimbledon, and Paris Olympic. Talking about the summer, Murray opted not to have surgery on the ankle injury to reduce recovery time, with hopes of playing at the French Open, Wimbledon, and Paris Olympics this summer. Murray, who turned 37 on the 15th of May, does not plan to play much past this summer, but has not announced where his final tournament will be. Murray wants to return to French Open, having only played once in 2020 when he lost to Switzerland star Wawrinka in the first round since 2017. Well, before what is expected to be a final appearance at Wimbledon, Murray plans to start his grass court preparation at Stuttgart on the 10th of June. Wimbledon, where Murray is a 2-time champion, begins on the 1st of July, and the Olympics starts on the 26th of July. The US Open, and the final Grand Slam of the season, gets underway on the 26th of August in New York. Alright, former US Open champion Dominic Thiem says he will retire later this year because of the wrist injury that derailed his career. The 30-year-old Austrian, who reached 4 Grand Slam finals, hopes to finish his career at home event in Vienna in October. Thiem won his only Grand Slam title at the 2020 US Open, lifting him to a career high ranking of 3rd in the world. He has previously finished runner-up at the 2018 and 2019 French Opens and the 2020 Australian Open, less than a year after his New York triumph. Dominic Thiem suffered a wrist injury that kept him off the ATP Tour for 10 months, and resulted in his ranking plummeting to outside the top 350. Dominic Thiem returned to the top 100 last year, but has been unable to regain the form and consistency that marked him out as one of the leading players in the sport. In March, he said he had a minor reoccurrence of the wrist injury, but returned last month to play events in Estoril, Monte Carlo, Munich, and Madrid. Alright, quickly, let's talk about athletics. Before we talk about basketball. Alright, in athletics, as far as season opening races go, beating the reigning world 100-meter champion is not a bad place to start. Such a statement performance is only amplified in an Olympic year, but with less than 3 months until Paris 2024, Darren Neita remains focused on enjoying her journey. That was evident at the Suzhou Diamond League. 27-year-old women as she cruised to an impressive 200-meter victory in 22.62 seconds with American athlete talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. also a world medalist over that distance among those trailing behind. She will aim to build further momentum when she competes over 100 meters at the next Diamond League meeting in Doha on Friday, which is today. Quickly, let's talk about basketball. Donovan Mitchell scored a game-high 29 points as he helped the Cleveland Cavaliers level their Eastern Conference semi-final series against the top-seeded Boston Celtics at 1 game apiece. The Cavaliers were behind in each of the first 2 quarters, but Mitchell scored 23 points in the second half to lift the visiting Cavaliers to 118-94 victory. The shooting guard finished with 8 assists and 7 rebounds. Mitchell also scored a game-high 33 points in Game 1 for Boston and a 120-95 victory. The Celtics, who are chasing a record 18th NBA championship, were led by Jesse Tatum, who had 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Game 3 of the best of 7 series moves to Cleveland on Saturday evening, which is tomorrow. Elsewhere on Thursday, Dallas Mavericks secured a 190-110 win against the Oklahoma State Thunder to even their Western Conference semi-final series at 1-1. Luka Doncic and PJ Washington scored 29 points apiece as the Mavericks hit 18 3-pointers, their highest total in the 2024 postseason. Doncic, who was struggling with a knee injury, added 10 rebounds and 7 assists. The Slovenian star came through the 4th quarter after colliding with Oklahoma City's Carson Wallace. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 3 points with 12 rebounds and 8 assists for the Thunder. The series heads to Dallas for Game 3 on Saturday, which is tomorrow. Alright, let's head back to football. Alright, quickly, here are some breaking news. World Football Governing Body FIFA has rejected claims that FIFPro and the World League Association were not consulted over plans to host a 32-team World Cup. Okay, let me take that again. World Football Governing Body FIFA has rejected claims that FIFPro and the World League Association, that's WLA, were not consulted over plan to host a 32-team World Club World Cup. It comes after Players Union FIFPro and the WLA called on FIFA to reschedule the tournament due to take place next summer amid a threat of legal action. FIFPro and the WLA said players are being pushed beyond their limits. In a letter sent to FIFPro and the WLA, which has been seen by some media outlets, FIFA says it has a duty and responsibility to implement an international match calendar in the best interest of world football. FIFA insisted FIFPro and the WLA were consulted about changes to the overall 2025 to 2030 international match calendar, including the 2025 World Cup, which was confirmed by FIFA Council in December 2022. Although it says it is open to talks, FIFA has no intention of altering next year's Club World Cup, saying it is fully within their right to set the parameter of their competition, which respecting the regulatory framework in place. Manchester City and Chelsea are among the 12 European representatives at the expanded Club World Cup to be held in USA between the 13th of June and the 15th of July 2025. Well, FIFA point out that domestic member leagues of the WLA, such as Premier League, can arrange their own competitions, noting the organization of the international tours in recent years. Last summer, the Premier League hosted a 6-team summer series in the USA involving Chelsea, Newcastle, Brighton, Fulham, Aston Villa, and Brentford. FIFA also asked if FIFPro and the WLA had been in touch with other bodies, given their games are responsible for a fractional amount of the total elite club games around the world. Everton have withdrawn their appeal against a 2-point deduction for breaching Premier League financial rules. The Toffees were docked 2 points after an independent commission found the club had breached profit and sustainability rules (PSR) by £16.6 million for the 3-year period to 2022-2023. The appeal was due to take place next week, with a verdict announced before the final game of the season at Arsenal on the 19th of May. The Toffees had a 10-point deduction reduced to 6 on appeal in February for the PSR breaches in the 3-year period to 2021-2022. Successive home wins over Nottingham Forest, Liverpool and Brentford last month secured Everton's Premier League safety. They faced Sheffield United in their final home game of the season at the Goodison Park on Saturday. Nottingham Forest appeal against their 4-point deduction for breaching PSR rules was rejected by an independent panel on Tuesday. Mauricio Pochettino says it will not be the end of the world if he were to leave Chelsea at the end of the season. The Blue Balls called for an end to the stupid rumor following his side victory against Tottenham last week that Mauricio Pochettino may be sacked. Manchester City's first penalty in their 5-1 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers should not have been awarded. An independent panel has said this. Wolves defender Ryan Aïnouri was penalized after colliding with City defender Josko Vadio in the area. A 5-person key match incident panel voted by the 3-2 majority that referee Craig Pawson should not have given a spot kick. However, it unanimously agreed the video assistant referee was correct not to intervene. Erling Haaland converted the penalty and went on to score 4 goals, including a second spot kick in the win at the Etihad Stadium. Newcastle boss Eddie OWOH says he's planning for Bruno Guimaraes and Alexander Isak to remain at the club next season. Brazil midfielder Guimaraes has been linked with a number of clubs ahead of the summer transfer window, including Manchester City and Arsenal. Arsenal are also reportedly interested in signing the Sweden international. Talking about Alexander Isak. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the show. I got to go. My name is James Oluwadotimiaremu. Join me again tomorrow from 9:30 to 10:30 for Sport Hour, the Saturday edition. Do enjoy the rest of the evening. Au revoir.
This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news,